Welcome to the Berman Golf Podcast, where we're helping golfers over the age of 60 increase distance off the tee so that they can hit shorter irons into the green. Yeah, baby. You can visit us at bermangolf.com for more information and get ready. This is going to be a fun one. And we're rolling, baby, with the Long Balls Golf Podcast. Dr. Jake Berman here, the originator, the founder, the creator of the Berman method of golf performance, where we help you move better so you could hit the ball farther, strike the ball more consistently, and play more frequently. All right. It's been a while since I've gotten one of these things out. We've had some technical difficulties, so I apologize for the delay. I'm hoping that this episode comes out Friday after the PGA that just happened, where Xander Schauffele won the tournament at 21 under. So big shout out to him, because he has transformed his game so much, his technique so much over the past year. And it's actually one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, because it seemed like every single day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of the most recurring themes, other than poor Scotty and his issue with the law. But anyways, one of the most recurring themes, specifically about Xander, was how much he's improved his technical aspect to improve his ball striking, mainly with the shorter irons. And the take-home message that I got from it was that he was able to shift his weight to the left side and rotate his hips so fast that he was able to get the club head down on the golf ball better and therefore improve his ball striking. Now, the thing that I heard many people misinterpret, many amateur golfers, many of my clients that I talked to over the weekend and at the beginning of the week, the misinterpretation of it was, even all over the internet world, so Facebook, Instagram, and even on YouTube, where these creators came out really fast and tried to run along with this idea of shifting the weight to the left side and rotating your hips as fast as possible. The misinterpretation of this from the vast majority of our demographic, the vast majority of my listeners, the vast majority of American golfers, don't forget, the majority of golfers in America can't break 100. Seriously, the majority of golfers, amateur golfers, cannot break 100 the right way. The vast majority of golfers who say they can break 100, they're usually using a foot wedge or a hand wedge or a mulligan here and there. You know, it's really hard to break 100 for the average golfer in this country. It's really hard to break 100 and follow the rules to a T. So the thing that I wanted to bring up today is that this is a very common trap that even myself got caught in just 6 months ago. Just at the beginning of this year, 2024, I was in the simulator room working as hard as I possibly could on improving my ball striking, improving my lag, improving my overall club head speed. And I just kept trying to turn my hips faster, turn them faster. And I got caught going down this road that really took me in the wrong direction. And this is a very similar thing to what I'm hearing right now in the internet world and amongst my customers right now, is that you're misinterpreting what Xander Schauffele did. You're misinterpreting your inability to do what Xander Schauffele did. You must remember that this is a professional golfer. You must remember that he is hitting golf balls 40 to 60 hours a week, or he's at least doing something to improve his game 40 to 60 hours a week. You got to remember that he's got a whole entire team to help him hit the golf ball better. 99.9% of us don't. 95% of us don't even practice more than 5 hours a week. Think about that. 95% of us amateur golfers in America don't practice more than 5 hours a week. And I think that's even generous. I think it's probably closer to 97 or 98. If you don't put in the time, if you don't have the support system, you should not be doing this, because again, this is the exact trap that I got caught in just 6 months ago, where I was improving my game. I was improving my ball striking, improving carrying, improving distance, improving club head speed, improving all this stuff. I just finally got a new set of custom fit irons. And I was like, man, this is fun. I mean, I immediately gained 15 to 20 yards carry on my irons just with the right set of irons, custom fit irons in my hands. And I'm like, this is awesome. And then I just kept trying to improve it more, get faster, start compressing it, because I was closer than ever to reaching the stock yardages that these really good golfers have. Occasionally you see this on Facebook or Instagram where they'll have essentially an Excel sheet that says stock yardage of Xander, stock yardage of Tiger, stock yardage of you name it, insert the blank. And it's like, oh my goodness, their pitching wedge is going 175 yards. Their 7-iron is 200, 205. It's like 210. It's like, oh my goodness. But then I was starting to get there. I was having these moments of brilliance where I'm like, wow, that 7-iron just carried 185 yards. I'd never done that in my career, right? Because remember, I got a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old right now. So my actual ability to get out there and play reps on the golf course has gone through the floor right now because of dad guilt. It's really hard for me to say, hey, babe, one of the 2 days that we have to spend with the entire family together, I'm going to go spend 5 hours out on the golf course. Good luck with the kids. It's hard for me to do right now. So at best, I hit balls in the simulator room a day a week, a day every other week, a day every third week, sometimes once a month, because life is happening, running 3 businesses. There's just a lot of excuses that I have right now. So when I started hitting the ball better back in January, I'm like, yeah, I got the bug. This is awesome. I can't believe it. I've never felt this before. This is so exciting. And I just started I tried turning faster and faster and faster. Clear the hips. The faster I can clear the hips, the more I'll be able to hit down on the golf ball. And it wasn't until I had one of our pros on staff tell me the same message in 15 different ways that I was turning way too fast. I finally heard it because he took a video of me. And when I saw this video in real time, I was going, oh my goodness, that just looks ridiculous. And what it came down to was I was just spinning my hips. I was spinning my hips as fast as I possibly could. And what that did was it changed up the sequencing of my weight shift and my ability to deliver the club head to the golf ball. Because I was so focused on turning my hips and generating more club head speed, it changed my sequencing of my ability to transfer my weight and deliver the club face to the golf ball. Now, here's where it's relevant to you listening right now, is that, like I was saying 5 minutes ago, the vast majority of amateur golfers in this country struggle to break 100 the right way, without the foot wedge, without the mulligan, without the gimme, right? How many times are you taking gimme putts, right? How many 3-footers were missed yesterday? Who was it? Just Victor, right? Hovland. He missed that gimme putt. That was a gimme putt on number 18 that he missed this weekend on Sunday. Luckily, it didn't change his position on the leaderboard. He still hit third, But how many of us listening right now, if you would have had that putt that Victor just missed on number 18, if you would have had that putt, you would have said, okay, that's a gimme. Or your buddies would have said, you're good, go ahead and pick up. That doesn't mean you broke 100. That doesn't mean the score you wrote down is actually your score. Until the ball goes down to the bottom of the cup, it's not a true score. So when we're struggling like that, we've got to understand that the answer to us is not to spin our hips faster. It's to use our body more efficiently. And this is what I learned the hard way back in January, was I was able to shift my weight pretty good. I was able to turn my body pretty good, but I wasn't able to do them together as efficiently as I was capable of doing. It ended up in me working harder and not smarter. So now, to come back full circle, the biggest thing that limits the vast majority of my clients in their ability to turn, clear their hips, and shift their weight to the other side is one of the most frustrating things, because nobody believes that it's this significant. Nobody believes that this one thing plays this big of a role in the golf swing. It is your tempo into the backswing. And this is what I was doing. This is what I was guilty of in January, was one of the biggest things that I've been preaching in Berman Golf since day one, even before day one. This was before Berman Golf was even a registered trademark or LLC. I came up with this term: the slower you go, the farther the ball will go. The slower you go into the backswing, the farther the ball is going to go. And the reason why that is because the slower you go into the backswing, the more muscles you'll keep activated throughout the entirety of the backswing, so that you're able to transition into the downswing and sequence it and shift your weight properly. But when we start to rush the backswing, then it throws off our ability to transfer that weight, and it relies on us spinning versus turning, and ultimately leaving too much weight on the backside and not getting it on the front side, even though we think that we are doing it. That's the most important part. In January, I thought that I was shifting my weight phenomenally. When the ball was gone and my swing was finished, all my weight was on my left side. I could pick my right foot up and tap it, no problem. I was posted up. I thought it was great. But the problem was the sequence was off. So once I was able to recognize it or understand it in my head, it's like, oh my goodness, I'm going too fast into the backswing. I'm going too fast throughout the entirety of the backswing. No wonder I'm going so fast to undo it, because it was turning into essentially a momentumous swing and not a muscle-based swing anymore. And I thought that I was going slow. Once I went so slow that it literally took me 2 seconds to get to the top of the backswing, then I was able to really feel my body turn. I was really able to feel my weight shift get over to the left side. I started compressing the ball again. It just felt good in my hands. Every time it would hit the ball, it's like, oh my goodness, that felt like butter. I don't even have to look at the screen. I know exactly where it's going. Again, I'm in the simulator room and not outside, but I just knew where the ball was going to go based off of how it felt. And then I got frustrated again, like most golfers do. You're like, man, I wasn't even trying that time. I was swinging so slow, but look how good the ball flight was. Look at how good the numbers are. And it's like, what in the world? This game is so stupid. But at the same time, it's like, okay, yes, I get it. It's obvious. It's very obvious. If you give your body the ability to do what you want it to do, most of the time it will work. If you just take your time, breathe, and focus on going through every single step of the backswing, feeling muscles, feeling the control of your body through the entire length of the backswing, then you can undo it. Then you can sequence it. Then you can turn. Then you can weight shift, and you can be in more control of it. The thing that we run into is listening to the freaking commentators on Sunday afternoons talking about how good Xander's gotten at shifting his weight and turning and clearing the hips. Oh, well, it's just golf. I should be able to do it. It's not just golf. It's not. And I saw something over the weekend that makes us naive, makes us think that it is that simple. If they can do it, I can do it. And this is what I saw. It was on Facebook or Instagram. I forget where it was. Golf is the only sport where an average handicap or an average amateur golfer can hit a shot just as good as a pro and give you a moment of brilliance where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. There really isn't any other sport in the world that your average player can do and execute exactly what the top 10 golfers in the world can do. Problem is, it's an accident most of the time. The problem is, it's very similar to a blind squirrel can find a nut, right? That's why you hit one good shot every 9 holes or one good shot around, and it's like, that was the one. Usually happens to be on number 18, and you're like, that's why I keep coming back. I just had a disaster of 17 holes, but on number 18, man, I stuck the green, attacked the pin, and had a tap in for par. That's the difference, though, is Xander Schauffele is able to do it over and over again. When the pressure was on Sunday afternoon, he turned it up even more. I mean, think about that. How many times did he have to recover? Even on number 17. Number 17, that was no gimme. He had to get up and down in order to save par so that he didn't drop a stroke. So he got up and down. How many of us listening right now chunks that chip shot? How many of us right now leaves that putt short or pulls it to the left and blazes it by 7 feet because those greens are not like anything that we ever play on? It's because he puts the time in, 40, 50, 60 hours a week with an entire team. We don't have the team. So the big take-home message that I want everybody to have today is know your own restrictions, know your own limitations, know your own body, know what it feels like, know what it doesn't feel like, know what you're capable of and what you're not capable of. If you don't know what it feels like to really load your back leg, then you shouldn't be trying to get a bigger turn on it. You shouldn't be trying to really push off of it. If you don't know what it feels like to load it, how are you supposed to use it? If you don't know what it feels like to activate your core, if you don't know what it feels like to swing the golf club effortlessly with your body versus trying to muscle it and power it through with your arms, then you're working harder, not smarter. And in summary, that's why I created the tee shot transformation. I know you've heard me say it over and over again. It is the basic fundamentals to train your brain what it really feels like to load your right leg, to fire your glutes, to use the muscles in your right foot for stability, to get the core firing, to make sure that you're getting true shoulder turn and not just flailing your arms back and wrapping them around your neck, to make sure that you know what it feels like to work smarter and not harder so that you can deliver the golf club to the golf ball with less effort so that you can get to the 18th hole and you're like, wow, I could play another 9 right now. You don't feel exhausted. How many of you feel exhausted by the time you reach the 19th versus how many of you could honestly say, yeah, let's go play another 9. Heck, let's go play another 18. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. That's what the tee shot transformation was designed to do. Teach you how to use your body more efficiently. It is unlike anything else that is out there in the virtual world. I've looked at a ton of programs, spent a lot of money with other people all over the country and even the world with all these golf schools, these virtual golf schools, and these fix your slice in 5 swings. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? None of them do what the tee shot transformation does, which is teach you how to feel and use your body the right way. So check it out in the show notes, tee shot transformation, or go to BurmanGolf.com and click on products. There's a whole page there to give you more information, ton of testimonials, reviews. This is the real deal. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment on this. Let me know what you think. Email me, distance@BurmanGolf.com. Any questions that you have, if you want me to go over something on the next podcast, email me and I will do my best to myth bust it. Until next time. Thank you very much for tuning in this week. For more information, please go to BurmanGolf.com. That's B as in boy, ERMAN, BurmanGolf.com, and check out a ton of stuff that we have there. Or even better, go to our socials, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We're even on TikTok. Check us out everywhere. We've got tons of content going out every week. And please give us a thumbs up. Comment on the videos. Let me know what your questions are. Try to shoot holes in this. I'll do whatever I can to help you out the best that I can. Thank you, guys.